days of transit cards, tokens, and turnstile jumping are coming to an end in a number of cities across the country. Public transit systems from Tucson to Boston, they're ditching fares, meaning passengers can ride for free. NewsNation business analyst and New York Post reporter Lydia Moynihan joins us now. Now, I've seen the free bus rides. Now there's the free transit of all kinds. I mean, how are they going to make up that income? That's what I want to know. How are these cities able to afford this?
Well, there is no such thing as a free ride. The taxpayers are going to be making up the difference. But these cities are betting that it's going to be worth that extra tax bill. They're saying it's going to reduce congestion downtown by encouraging people to not drive, but to get on the bus or get on the subway. They say it's going to help lower income folks decide to take public transport because it's free. They say it's going to boost ridership. So they're pointing to a number of different reasons. But I think to counter all of that, everyone loves a free ride, but people like a reliable and a safe ride even more. And the issue is that the reason people have stopped taking public transport is because it's unreliable. You're waiting around 20, 30 minutes for it to show up. You get late to work. Or in a lot of cities, people are worried about safety. I don't take the subway at night anymore, not because it's $2.75, but because I'm worried about my safety. So yeah. It'll be interesting to see if this actually addresses the underlying issues that seem to be why people are not taking public transport. But I love when we see like 35 cities implement something, the majority not. You can really, in a few years, do a sort of academic study and see how it played out. So yeah, I would always be willing to pay $2.75 though for a safe and reliable ride.
Trains could, I mean, as a kid, were my favorite way to travel with my mom. But you mentioned safety. This shoplifting, smash and grab trend that we've been seeing in big cities, it's happened in other places, more rural. Turns out one of the worst states is Kansas.
It's shocking. There's been over $600 million of theft in Kansas in 2021 alone. We'll be getting. They call it shrinkage, AKA basically people stealing goods. And what's interesting that we're seeing here is that the police are linking this to sort of an organized crime effort. It's not just somebody going in, grabbing something one-off. And they say it's also linked to the fentanyl crisis. People are addicted to fentanyl or other substances, and they're basically willing to do whatever it takes to steal from a store to be able to afford those drugs. So a lot of issues here at play in society. They're difficult to address, but I think in the short term, they're looking at implementing some sort of law that at least would basically start prosecuting some of these people who are stealing smaller amounts of merchandise, because right now you can't prosecute anyone really who's stolen less than $1,000. But it's difficult too, and the employees obviously at these stores are very unhappy. They can't really intervene. They're not allowed to. Well, exactly. It's interesting to note. So Cabela's, a popular outdoor store, there was more theft from the Cabela's in Wichita than any other location.
Yeah. Well, there's not a Cabela. I don't think there was a Cabela's in Manhattan. So that makes total sense to me.
Okay, you know what? I hadn't thought about that. There are a lot of Cabela's out there, but maybe they're not in the most urban places.
I'm just saying. I mean, there's Cabela's in DFW.
Texas. Yeah. I was actually really excited about that anecdote, but I didn't really think through maybe why there wasn't a Cabela's in Chicago.
It is worse there than it is at the Cabela's in Beverly Hills. Yeah. But I get your point. I do get your point. Yeah. Lydia, you have a valid point.
Wichita,
Kansas.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all be careful there in Wichita. Don't mess around. Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.